Hello, I'm Carter G. Woodson. This is not a celebration. It is an autopsy of a lie. I did not invent Black history. One does not invent the sun. I documented what was deliberately hidden. I pulled back the curtains you closed so the darkness could pass for truth. I was born in 1875 to parents who had once been property under law, but never in mind. When I entered American schools and later the halls of Harvard, I learned quickly that what was called education was often something else entirely. It was instruction without truth, knowledge arranged to protect power. The absence of the Negro from history was not a clerical error. It was not forgetfulness. It was not oversight. It was a structural necessity. If the Negro has no past worth naming, then his enslavement can be framed as mercy. If the Negro has no culture, then his domination can be called progress. American education did not miseducate by accident. It miseducated by design. It taught the Black man that he was a nobody so that he would accept being treated as nothing. That is not learning. That is psychological control. So I acted. In 1915, I founded the Association for the Study of Negro Life and History. I did not ask permission. Permission is requested by those who believe they are guests in their own existence. In 1926, I established Negro History Week, 1 week, and even that was resisted. February was chosen not to validate white approval, but to formalize commemorations Black communities were already honoring for Frederick Douglass and Abraham Lincoln. Black remembrance existed long before federal recognition. Understand this clearly. Black history was never meant to be a separate room in the house of history. It was meant to expose the structure of the house itself. When Black History Month received federal recognition in 1976, decades after my death, the government did not create it. It acknowledged what could no longer be denied. Recognition is not authorship. Approval is not origin. And here is the charge that continues to be misunderstood. Black History Month was not designed to make this nation feel proud. It was designed to make this nation accountable. If your version of Black history is comfortable, it is incomplete. If it highlights achievement while avoiding terror, it is dishonest. If it celebrates firsts without examining the systems that ensured we were lasts, it is propaganda. Black history is not supplemental material. It is explanatory evidence. It accounts for the present. It indicts the past. It resists erasure. My final aim was never a permanent separation of histories. I did not seek a Black history apart from the world. I sought a whole history, a history of humanity, stripped of bias, stripped of race hatred, stripped of the vanity that poisons textbooks. The goal was never to remain confined to February. The goal was to embed the truth so deeply into the foundation of this nation that Black history would eventually become indistinguishable from history itself. I am Carter G. Woodson. I built an archive because a people without a record are easier to control, because memory is defense. Black History Month exists because forgetting was never neutral. It was intentional. And this record, this documentation, was a refusal to comply.